सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्रम्। You have heard Govinda Hari, Gopala Hari. As you are hearing, you are happy. Tattvamasi, are you happy? Tada vadiyum. Mission poi daily 1 hour seva pannu. Are you happy? Depends upon different people. But Govinda Hari, Gopala Hari, as you listen, you are happy. Right? So, when you have bhakti, what all happens? Let us see. First thing, you are inviting peace into yourself immediately. You are inviting peace unto yourself immediately. You are invoking love for God. You are invoking the love in you, which is happiness. Which is happiness. When you are invoking love in you, you have forgiven all others. Your judgments have stopped. You have forgiven all others. Your judgments have stopped. You are at least temporarily detached from your mind. So what? You have peace. When you have peace, you have clarity. When you have clarity, your planning, your actions will be perfect. Right? So that much bhakti can do. That much bhakti can do. What happens in our jnana? You go on reading. At home, everybody is disturbed. Kupra, kekaliya. Are not able to hear. Yappa patalam book. Right? This is what is jnana. But bhakti doesn't happen. Kupta, nee dance pannite po. Govinda Hari, Gopala Hari, Govinda Hari, Gopala. Right? And then what happens? You have to develop this. Plus, you call Bhagavan when you are in trouble. So, as you call, you feel you have support. You feel you have support. I told you, firstly, out of clarity, you do things well. Now, out of confidence, because you feel his support, you will do things well. Right? And then surrender becomes effortless. Because you have been calling him and he gives you this, then you know there must be some purpose in that. Right? Line got cut.
Call came up. Everybody's online.
People are hearing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Right? So that's the beauty of bhakti. The whole theme now we are going to talk is that he says, why are you struggling so much with life or moksha or different paths? Why don't you call Bhagavan's name? It's as simple as that. As simple as that. And he gives 6 examples. They called and he helped. Gajendra, Draupadi, 6 examples he gives. Right? So such a simple thing, pleasant thing, simple, pleasant, energizing, right? Confidence building, which helps both immediate needs plus evolution. Immediate needs plus evolution. Why do you leave that and go after Jahal Lachana, Ajahal Lachana, Jahajahal Lachana, Vakyartha, Lakshartha, Talavari? So let us see the verses. Where to do? 14. Trishnato ye madana pavanodhita mohor mimale Dharavate tanaya sahaja graha sangha kulecha samsarake mahati jaladau majjatam nastridhaman padambuje varada bhavato bhaktinavam prayacha. This stanza resembles Bhishmadronatata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala Shalyagrahavati Karnena Vela Kula. The world is like that. World is like that. One side, husband. One side, son. One side, daughter. Bottom, tenants. Right? Outside, noise. Water, no power. Harass you. This is your life. Right? And you have a property. Every property is under litigation. Because that's the best way to get money. You have a property. I make some false claim. And you want to get rid of it, you pay me some money. This is the world. 100%. 100%. So, how do you get out of this? How do you get out of this? Only way to say, Narayana, this is all your Leela. You are giving me these things to make me stronger and better, efficient. What you give me, I don't want to bargain, Lord. Let them go through. Lord sees this fellow is useless and then withdraws all his program of problems. He says, go serve Chinmaya Mission. Right? So this is that. He says, we are sinking in the ocean of worldly existence that has its water as insatiable desires, rising chain of various delusion triggered by this mind, right, of pride, and has the willful of attachment to wife. See, when you read this, people will think he is telling to leave wife, to leave children. No, attachment to wife and children. Oh, attachment should not have wife and children. No, that's not correct. Yes, when you have attachment, your love is not perfect. When you have attachment to anybody, you are expecting something from them. It is business, it is no love. That is why today I saw while I was going in an auto, Anbe Shivam. Anbu Shivam da. Ana pasam irukke, adu Shivam illa. Santoshama is there. Anbe Shivam, love is God. But pasam, rope, attachment, that takes you away from Shivam. So to drop dependence through love is called to drop attachment. Have love. Love your wife because she is another expression of God. Love your children. Not only they are expressions of God, they have been entrusted to you by God. You have to give all your best to them. So Vedanta, Mukunda Mala doesn't say leave them. They only say take all that gives you sorrow. Love, it doesn't give you sorrow. Attachment, it gives you sorrow. Dukkha samyoga viyogam. Dukkha samyoga viyogam. Sir, you correct, sir. If you are comfortable. I don't mind, but yeah, you right, now right. Dukkha samyoga viyogam. You have to meditate on this sentence. What does Vedanta say? What is meditation? You are too attached to things that give you sorrow. Dukkha samyoga. You are too attached to things that give you sorrow. Dukkha samyoga. Viyogam. Drop that. It is all right if you think a rope to be a snake, there is only sweat. But if you think a snake to be rope and put on your shoulders, your life is in danger. Right? So you think I should be, if I'm not attached to my family, not attached to my wife, not attached to my children, I'm not doing justice. No. Through your attachment, not only you lose your peace, you are disturbing them also. You are disturbing them also. Have love, you have freedom, they have freedom. Because you don't expect anything from them. Have love, you have freedom, they have freedom. Have attachment, you disturb yourself, you disturb everyone. Right? So that's what it says when it says this attachment to wife with group of deadly sharks in the form of sons and brothers, right? How many people? You know joint family, right? Brothers and all that. You know joint family. How much of suffering? Not because of the family, because of your unintelligent relationship. Because of your unintelligent relationship. O bestower of boons, please give us the boat of devotion to your lotus feet. Right? Why you want to ask God to give you devotion? You want to be a devotee, be a devotee. Why God should give you? Why God should give you? It's one way of surrender, one thing. One way of surrender, one thing. Second thing, everybody believes in times of crisis and problems, pray to God. How many requests I get every day? Sir, pray for me this, pray for me that. I do pray. I do pray. In fact, I was not praying for my family, my this thing. Now I am praying for them because others are asking me to pray. Why pray them and leave them? Why pray for others and leave them? So nothing wrong if you have to pray. But the best prayer is, oh Lord, you know better than me. So give me surrender. Give me devotion. That is the best prayer. Pray you must, because that gives you peace. I told God he will take care. I told God he will take care. He will take care. He is coming to help you. And you are putting a spoke there through your ego. He is coming to help you. You are putting a spoke through your ego. What does he do? Upadrashta. He is helplessly watching. Upadrashta. Right? So, best thing to pray is, oh Lord, Give me surrender. Give me devotion. Let me trust you. Let me depend on you. Whatever you do is best for me. No bargain. I use this word often to God. Whenever I have problems, whenever I challenges, I tell God this word, no bargain. You do what you want. Give me surrender. Give me devotion. That's right. Is there anybody in the world who can love you more than God? Who knows you more than God? Who can help you more than God? Then why go for other things? He loves you maximum. He knows you maximum. He can do maximum. Then why unnecessarily go here and there? Why? Right? That is because you do not understand that you, in your ignorance, are asking something which is not good for you. He knows what is good for you. That surrender you should have. That surrender you should have. Right? You started chanting Sundarakandam for what? Getting married. He said, Tadastu. And now you are chanting Sundarakandam for peace. Right? He says, Tadastu. Whatever you want, he says, Tadastu. You believe in that. I have said this many times, but this has to be said many times. You believe that God will give you what you ask. Then, if He can give you what you ask, why don't you ask Him? Please, take charge of me. Because then you become Him. And then you have all the powers. You don't have to beg one by one. You don't have to beg one by one. Give me this, give me that. Right? My network is not working. Send Shankar Nagarajan to help me. Right? Lalita has become defunct. Eh? Right? Harsha is roaming all over the world, leaving my work. Depend on law. He will take care. Eh? Now, yes, next 50. This is, earlier we said it is the spirit of Bhishma Dronatata. This one, next one, is the spirit of Badram Karne Vishrunayama Devaha. Same thing put in negative terms. Badram Karne Vihi, let me hear positive things. Yes. In this, he says, let me not hear bad things. But the spirit is same. Right? Oh. Madraksham Shina Punyan Chanamapi Bhavato Bhaktihinan Pada Bhaktihinan Padabje Masrausham Shravya Bandham Tavacharitamam Charitamapasyan Yadakhyana Jatam Mam Smasham Madhavatomapi Bhuvanapate Chetasa Patnuvanam Ma Bhuvam Tvats Saparya Vyatikarahito Janma Janmantarepi. He is saying, let me not hear bad things. Badran Karne Bihi Trunayama Devaha. Let me not see bad people. When are bad people? Good. Advaita says there is no bad, there is no good. After bad people and bad hearing and that which takes your mind away from God is bad. That's all. Nothing is bad, nothing is good. Right? That which takes you away from God is, please listen, very interesting. Bad people bad things to hear. I said, what is bad? That which takes you away from your mind. What is that? Away from God. What is that? Your own mind of judgments bad, good and bad. Your own mind judging good and bad. So you are invoking God, asking to go beyond this. That's the same meaning, Bhadram Kannebhi. When you are chanting that, you are invoking that power in you because you decide, I want this. Then who is going to stop? Especially positive things. Negative things also, what you decide, you will get. Positive things, God always says, go ahead. You decide, Bhadram Karne, who is going to prevent you from that? You decide, I don't want to see evil. See the very word. I see evil. I don't want to see evil. It's not evil. I don't want to see evil. I don't want to see bad people. Right? All these words, when we talk like this, it appears, it's just jugglery, intellectual things. No, no. They are all true. In this seat, I will never speak to please anybody. Believe that. In this, anywhere, 84, I have not to please anybody, no. Right? So it says, let me not see people who have no devotion to your feet. Let me not hear any poetry that is other than content of your story. How many of people do this? How many gossips we hear? How many unwanted poems, songs, dingri dingali? Right? Yeah. Huh? How much time we spend on TV? Right? Nothing wrong. If you don't have anything else, better. If you don't have anything else, see TV, because to that extent, you will not be a criminal. I'm telling you, without entertainment, if there is totally no entertainment, people will become criminals without this knowledge and devotion. Without this knowledge and devotion, a cause to serve, if there is no entertainment, they will all become criminals. So I don't say nothing wrong, but you have come to take the book Mukunda Mala on your hand. Are you in that cadre? Are you in that cadre? That sweet Krishna laughing laddu on his head, right? What more can be sweeter than that? He himself is sweet. Total diabetes, Adaram, Madaram, Nayanam, Madaram, right? And with a laddu further. Too sweet. Right? Let me not remember those who abandoned you. Let me not remember those who abandoned you. Now do one thing after the class. Try to remember who all have abandoned you. you. In life after life, let me become one who is denied the opportunity to worship. Let me not become one who is denied the opportunity to worship you. That means I want to worship you all the time, right? It's tricky because I found this to me. I was asking several times, I should have unbroken devotion to you. You know what it means? My mind should not be disturbed by outside disturbances. It's a very clever way of cornering Bhagavan. It's a very cunning way of cornering Bhagavan. You understand? Do you understand that? So let me not have a minute where I have no devotion for you. Means if I can be in love with you every second, everything is beautiful around me. Vatsyalyad abhaya pradana pradana
Samayat.
samayat arti
Aarti.
irma கொஞ்சம் light. Yeah. Samayat artarki nirvapanat audaryat aga shoshanat aganita sreyaha padaprapanat sevyaha sripatihi ekayeva satatam santi atra sat sakshinaha prahladaha vibhishanaha kariraja Panchali, Ahalya, Dhruvaha says, I produce 6 witnesses for you who have all been saved by you in distress. 6 witnesses, right? Time and again he has been doing. But you do not recognize. It's not these 6. Everybody, see, take a football, put a hole. What happens to the air in that? 9 holes you have, the air is kept. 9 holes you have, the air is maintained. Right? Plus, food you eat, reckless. Yesterday night I had heavy problem. 2 hours I couldn't sleep. Right? Here is one Amma who is witness. Night 3:30, I answer Vedanta because I couldn't sleep. Right? And after that, I had to take 2 Gelusil to sleep. Why? Some food must have gone into me which I could not digest. And who digests it? He. But goes beyond him. Who provided the medicine? Gelusil. He. Right? So he is taking care of you every second. Where is the guarantee? Where is the guarantee that too I can get up from this seat? Who makes it possible? I can take the food. It goes inside. I digest it. Unwanted throws out. Who is doing it? Our in-laws are not doing it. Who is doing it? He is doing it. So it's not these 6 alone. These 6 are given to you to recognize he is helping everybody like this. You call, he will help you. Even without calling, he is helping you. You call, you are available. Please mark this. Otherwise, God is partial. One who calls, he helps. That means, implied meaning, one who doesn't call, he doesn't bother. No. One who calls says, I am available. One who doesn't call, he is not available. What can you do? Right? Nothing is sweeter than this bhakti literature. I won't take any more any other classes. Jihve kirtaya keshavam muraripum cheto bhaja sritaram panidvandam samarchayachyuta kathashasru kataha srotradvayat Tvam Srunu. Our punishment. Krishnam Lokaya Lochana Dvaya Hare Gacha Angri Yugmalayam Jigra Grana Mukunda Pada Tulusim Murdham Namadokshajam. Engage all our faculties and limbs serving him. Then what happens? What happens when you do that? Engage. See, this is important. The way in which I am discussing, that becomes internalized. Otherwise, it's mere devotion. It works temporarily. You have to each stage ask questions. What happens if I engage all my faculties and limbs in his service? You are living in the present. You are not thinking of the past. You are not thinking of the future. When you are living in the present, there is no ego. There is no ego. Yadyat karomi tattadakilam shambho tavaradhanam. Yat karoshi, yadasnashi, yad juhoshi, yat tapassasi, tat kurushva madarpana. And now, the same thing was said by Nalakubera and Manigriva after doing all the mischief, being cursed, Maramanda, Maramair, be trees. After doing all that, when Bhagavan's grace releases them, they say, "Oh Lord, we have done all this. Now help us." They sing, Vani Gunanu Katane Sravanam Kata Sravanam Katana Dharana Hastau Cha Karmasu Manastava Padayo. Same thing. Let all my faculties be engaged. Then gopis are the class. They corner Krishna. When these gopis go for Rasalila, Krishna says, "You left your husbands, your children, go back, serve them." He says, "Wow, how to serve? My hands are engaged in serving you. My mind is thinking about you. My eyes are seeing you. My ears are all the time hearing you. Where is another faculty to serve somebody? Where is another faculty to serve somebody?" Krishna says, "It's not my mistake. It's not your mistake. It's my mistake." Right? Ah, 18. He lokaha srunuta prasuti marana vyadhe chikitcham imam yogagnaha samudaharanti munayoyam yagnavalkyadaya antarjyotihi ameyam ekam amrutam krishnakhyam apiyatam tat Pitam Paramaushadham Vitanato Nirvana Matyantikam. Hey Lokaha, people, listen. Prasuti Marana Vyada Chikischam Imam. Worried about delivery. Right? Prasuti, Maranam, death, and all that. Your worry is not going to take off any of those problems. They will happen when they have to happen. But take Krishna Ushadha. Another 3 verses will come little later, next class. That is, all of us for remedies, we seek money. They will come. 3 after. Bhaktapaya Bhujangagaruda Manihi Traidyo Keraksha Manihi. right? We seek money. For Shukra deficiency, wear diamond. For Angaraka deficiency, wear coral. For Shani deficiency, wear blue diamond. Each one money. Then not well. Achyutananda Keshavana Achyutananda Govindamrutan Namocharanat Nashyanti Sakala Rogaha Satyam Satyam Vadamyam mantras. Right? Chant this mantra. You will be all right. Trayambakam. Mani mantra. Then what do? Aushadha. Kurusekara Alvar will say, this mani mantra aushadha, they won't work. Krishna is your money. Gopala Chodamani. Go, right? That money, that mantra, that aushadha alone will help you. Right? Mani, mantra, aushadha. And he says, these rishis have confirmed that, these rishis have confirmed to invoke that Antar Jyotihi. Antaryami, where does it come? Antaryami Brahmana, Mundakopanishad. Brihadaranyukopanishad. We just did it. Antaryami Brahmana. He Matyaha Paramam Hitam Srunuta O Vakshami Sankhepataha Samsararnavam Arnavam Apad Urmi Bahulam Samyak Pravishya Stitaha Nana Gnanam Apasya Chetasi Namo Narayana Yeti Yetyamam Mantram Sapranamam Pranama Sahitam Pravartayadva Muhu. Right? What does this say? Nana Gnanam, gathering various knowledges. Right? Gathering various knowledges. For what? For finding various solutions. For what? For finding various actions. Money. Right? Knowledge after knowledge after knowledge you are running after. Krishna says, Moghasha, Mogakarmanaha, Mogagnana, Vichetasaha. All your ashas, all your karmas, all your gnana, Mogha, they fail you. They fail you. What is Amogha? Narayana mantra. Om Namo Narayanaya. Astakshari. Prithvi, this is very interesting. Prithvi, Renuhu, Anuhu, Payansi Kanikaha, Falgus Pulingal, Spulingo Laguhu, Tejo Nishwasanam, Maruttanutaram, Randhram, Susukmam, Nabaha, Chudra, Rudra Pitamaha Pravritaya, Kitas Marastar, Kitas Marastasuraha, Druste Yatra Satavakoho, Vijayate Bhuma Vadhuta Vadi. Right. When you go on flight, have you seen 100-story buildings? Tiny. When you go to that height. So it says, going to your height, this earth looks like, what they call it? Money, the gundu money. Right? It's like a gundu money. The ocean looks like a drop of water when you go to that height. Right? And not only that, This is the style of the Puranas and this thing. Each devotee praises at that time that God. When Vyasa wrote 18 Puranas, when he talks about Vayu Purana, he makes Vayu God. Then Vishnu and all are secondary. When he makes Devi this thing, Devi becomes the Brahman. That is the style. So here also he says, Shiva, Brahma, all of them are tiny particles. Right? And then what did Bhagavan say in Gita? Vishtabhyaham idam sarvam ekanshena sthitam. Having pervaded everything in my tip of the nail, I stay beyond all that. I stay beyond all that. Right? So what every time you should ask this question. I don't fail to ask. So what is, because no lesson, no argument, you take it without knowing how it can help your day-to-day life. If it doesn't help, you don't need it. How does this help? Such a big Lord. What is my problem? Such a big Lord. What is my problem? I invoke him. Right? I invoke him. Baddhenanjalina natena shirasa gatre saro modbhaihi kantena swaragadgadena nayane nodgena bhatpambuna nityam tvaccharanaravinda yugaladhyanam swadinam asmakam saraseroja satatam sampadadam jivitam. I told you one thing. When you go and fly, you see things tiny. But at the same time, you have a larger vision. You can see many things. So when you go to him, you see everything is finite trifles. But you have a greater vision, a larger vision. You can see everything. Gurudev answered beautifully. How are you able to answer every question? Interesting. How are you able to answer every question? He says, if you stand on your balcony, you see everything going below it. So if you stand on the balcony of your intellect, if you stand on the balcony of your intellect, you will see everything. Who lot may I be? Okay, these are the signs of a bhakta: horripilations, tears, right? These are the signs of a bhakta. Swamiji gives in one of the statements, there is a reason for everything. He says, you shed tears. There is a reason that cleanses you. You need to have tears. You need to have tears. So, again, horripilations, tears and all, he said. If your horoscope is made that you have to shed tears, why shed tears for problems? Shed tears for God. Right? How do you call him? How will he come? He Gopalakaha, He Krupajalanidhi, He Sindhu Kanyapati, He Kamsantaka, He Gajendra, Karuna Parina, He Madhava, He Ramanuja, He Jagatraya Guruhu, He Pundarikacha, Mam, He Gopi Jananada Palaya Param, Janami Natvam Vina. Everybody has known this trick. Uddhava knew, Brahma knew, all of them knew. If you want Bhagavan to help you, right? Remind him of gopis, he becomes happy and will help you. Okay? Brahma also did so much stuti. Ultimately, he comes to gopis because he didn't see smile in his face. When he said gopi, he smiled. Right? So this is how you should call Bhagavan. When you call like that loudly, your mind gets associated with that sound and form. That sound and form gets automatically detached from other sounds and forms and your worries. And when they get detached from sounds, forms, and worries, you are in face-to-face with that consciousness, and that gives you courage to live your life, clarity. This is what prayer does. Bhagavan doesn't do anything. You are invoking. And through that invocation, you get clarity, you get courage, right? And you get clarity, courage is okay. Enthusiasm, because now you are in a joyous mood. Enthusiasm, right? So that's how you should call Lord. Uchchaihi, Bhagavatam says, Haraye Namaha. Say, loud voice, Haraye Namaha. When you are falling, he says, Skalita and all that. When you are falling also, say, Haraye Namaha. He will take care. He will come and give his hand. Right? Falling not physically alone, mentally. Values. When you are falling, say Haraye Namaha. What does he do? What is Hara means? Looting. He loots all your negativities. All your negativities. What is time? Good time, bad time?
10 moments.
Huh?
10 moments.
Poro. I'm not prepared. Right? I will do next class. Okay? I am not prepared more than that. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Narayana. Thank you all. God bless you all.
Hari Om, Uncle.
Hari
Hari
Om.
Om, Uncle. Thank
Hari
you.
Om. Hari Om.